Hello, gentle viewers. I just got back from a trip to Venice, so I have a lot to talk about. So I'm going to kick things off nice and early, nice and quick, with Macy Eats Things. Today on Macy Eats Things, I have this gummy fried egg, which doesn't taste that great. These gummy vampire teeth. It's weird to think about the fact that I'm chewing teeth. And this gummy frog. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my... something. I don't know the words. It occurs to me that that's a lot creepier when the frog doesn't have a head. So, to the matter at hand, Venice. My trip to Venice was all of the things. When I was 9 or 10, I read a book called The Thief Lord, and on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not significant at all to me, and 10 being Harry Potter, I'm going to rank The Thief Lord at like a 9 or a 9.5. It was a big deal when I was growing up. And it's about these two kids, Prosper and Beau, and they run away to Venice, and they live with this group of orphans in an abandoned movie theater, and they are led by a boy named Scipio, who calls himself the Thief Lord. And it's a really good book, and if you haven't ever read it, you should. It's amazing. Cornelia Funk. I love her. I really do. So I've always wanted to go to Venice since I was a little girl. Actually, a big part of the reason I'm studying abroad at all is because I wanted to go to Venice. So, you know, dream come true kind of a thing. So I took a night train into Venice, and I arrived at 5:30 in the morning.
Buona mattina, I miei amici. I've arrived in Venice even before the sun, and it's cold. I'm gonna hang out in the train station until sunrise and eat this orange. Venice is very quiet, I've noticed. There aren't any cars. It's all canals. But I can't tell if it's this quiet because it's this quiet, or if it's just because it's 6:30 in the goddamn morning.
I'm not a morning person, and I will never ever be a morning person, but to see Venice that early when the only people out were, you know, joggers and people walking their dogs and people who needed to get to work on time, that was pretty amazing. So I got to see all the major things in the Thief Lord, particularly St. Mark's Square.
This is St. Mark's Square, where Beau first met Victor Getz, letting pigeons land all over him, and where Prosper flipped out at Beau for letting Victor take his picture. This is the Basilica San Marco, where Riccio stole candles for the kids to use in the Star Palace, and where Scipio and the rest first met the Conte in a confessional and got the pigeon in the basket. This is the Doge's palace, where Scipio claimed to have stolen all that stuff in the beginning of the story. So many winged lions, which is what brought Prosper and Beau to Venice in the first place, the stories that their mother told them about winged lions.
And I saw antique shops that could have been Barbarossa's, and nice houses with bridges that lead right up to the door, like the Torre Massimo's, and, you know, nice-ish buildings that were residential that could have been Ida's. And I did look in some, you know, back street areas looking for an abandoned movie theater, although I never did find one. And that was amazing. To have a place that only exists in your head suddenly exist in the real world is kind of the most amazing thing ever. You know, I can't go to Hogwarts, I can't go to the Old Kingdom, and I can't go to Prydain, And I can't go to the Aberrat, and I can't go to the Ink World, but I can go to Venice. It was incredible. As amazing as being in Venice was, it was also uh, tragic, we'll say, because I lost my wallet, which is pretty much the worst thing that someone traveling alone in Europe can do. So I lost all of my money and my card and my identification. I still have my passport, uh, but it was incredibly stressful. Fortunately, some really amazing people helped me out. There was the shop owner who I asked when I asked if he had found my wallet, he said no, but he offered me a place to sleep if it didn't work out with the hostel that I was staying at, and he gave me €7. And to the American girls who were staying at the same hostel as me, who let me use their internet and let me tag along with them to the hostel, kind of like a creeper, and who gave me €10 and a bag of trail mix, and to the people working at the hostel who put up with me trying to figure out a way to pay them, talking on the phone and trying to deal with them at the same time, being a really rude customer, and they were just so nice about it. And to my mom, who wired me €53 so that I could still do things on my second day in Venice. If it wasn't for that, I would have had the worst possible time my second day in Venice. It was exhausting, but it ended up working out. But I would be nowhere if it weren't for the people who would help me. So, if any of you are watching, thanks, guys. So I'm going to wrap this up with a bit of a slideshow of some of the pictures I took in Venice. Enjoy, and ciao. Pottermore just opened to everyone, and I just started using it, and I got sorted into Gryffindor. I'm not really sure how I feel about that, since I'm clearly a Ravenclaw. There wasn't even a hat stall. There might be a problem here.